This is Justin Gemino from DragonBlogger.com, and I'm here talking to you about the Mpow professional Bluetooth headset. Now, what you get here is you get a professional office-style headset. This isn't meant to be where it's headphones where you listen to music. This is really meant to where you wear it over your head. You get one ear cup. You get your microphone. You need to be on phone calls for long periods of time, telephone calls, Skype, and just talk to people as you would in a professional headset. For telemarketers, people who need to take long calls or conference calls while on the road, that's what this is designed for. Not really designed for music. Again, it's only for one ear. This is designed for communication and calls, leaving one ear open. The reason why I like having one ear open, when I'm behind the wheel of a car, I need one ear open to hear traffic. I need one ear open to hear if there's any emergency vehicles. I only like one ear when I'm on conference calls. I'm used to it. My headset's at home. I only needed one over the ear. So I asked them to send me this one after I tested a previous one, which I wasn't so happy with the microphone on. So they sent me the Mpow professional Bluetooth headset. As you can see here in the headset, you get your volume controls, your plus or minus. The Bluetooth button is right on the center there. That's how you Bluetooth pair or on and off. If you pair it with your iPhone, you merely tap the button, Siri comes on, you tell Siri voice commands. It does text reading to you. If a phone call's coming in, it will actually read you the phone number that's calling in, so you don't even have to look at your phone. You literally could drive, never have to pick up your phone and look at it. Your eyes can stay on the road the whole time. The microphone on this headset is really good. Better than ones twice its cost that I've tested. Everybody on my call says they couldn't even tell I was on this headset. It sounded as good as my landline. They were really impressed with the microphone quality. Something I didn't get from the other headsets that I've tried. So the microphone quality is really good. It's really something that, and the microphone in every Bluetooth headset I've tested, people have complained that my mic wasn't clear. This is the only Bluetooth headset out of probably a dozen where people have told me that my voice was very clear. I had no problems. So zero microphone problems. The one caveat of this headset that gets you, and by the way, the volume is pretty good too. It gets pretty loud. Loud enough to where I can feel the buzzing in my eardrum and I have to actually lower the volume. The one area of this headset that I found to be slightly faulty is the mute button. See, when you're on a road, you're driving, you need to be able to mute. And if you hold the volume down button for 3 seconds, it does mute. But while this headset is muted, every few moments it'll give you a beep beep, like a audible beeping, letting you know you're on mute. The problem is that audible beeping actually temporarily prevents you from hearing what people are saying. So if somebody's in a long conversation, they get cut off and you can't make out the words they're saying while it does that little beep beep to let you on mute. Because it does that interference, it's impossible to be on a conference call, like while you're on the road and drive, and actually leave this thing on mute because it interrupts you from hearing what people are saying too much. So when I'm using this headset, I can't really use the mute functionality on it. I've got to use the mute functionality on my cell phone and press the mute button on my cell phone, which means I have to look for my cell phone, I have to make sure it's available, and I have to take my eyes off the road to go press the mute and unmute on my cell phone. So the only problem with this headset, good microphone, good listening volume. Everybody said my voice was clear, excellent battery life. I was on this thing for 8 hours straight, conference calls, 8 hours of conference calls a day. Perfect, no problems with anything in this headphone. One of my absolute favorites, the mute button sucks. The mute button prevents you from being on conference calls when it's on mute. So if mute's a critical thing for you, you can't afford to reach press mute on your phone, this headset mute functionality is just not cool. So perfect in every other way, would have been a 5-star product. The mute button issue to me takes off a star. This is a 4-star product. This is the Mpow professional Bluetooth headset meant for people who need to be on conference calls or need to have one ear free. They need to talk while driving or whatever. I use this very frequently. I've been on this every single day since I got it, making sure I test it out. It's an excellent product. Just a problem with the mute button. Can't use the mute button on it. Have to use the mute button on my iPhone instead to mute and unmute. So that way, basically, I could hear people and then I don't have to hear my voice or any background noise. So, thank you for watching.